EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the venerable Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the New Orleans Saints.
Oh, and how about this? An onside kick to start the game. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, they tried to give this home crowd something to cheer about early, but it failed. I don't know, maybe you try that on the road to get some momentum. What about here at home?
Would agree with you totally on that. I think at home, you don't ever want to put your fans in a position where they're questioning what you're doing. And right now, they have to be in the stand saying, why would we even do that? We're already behind you. You don't need us anymore. And this one, boy, an unsuccessful attempt, that could really change the momentum of this game in a hurry.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10.
At the 20.
93.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Olave holds it in.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. On second down, here's Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance, because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So on 4th down, on is Lou Hedley to punt for New Orleans.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games, because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the...
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
They begin with a run by Miller. Breaks a tackle. There he goes, left side.
He's still on his feet.
And finally brought down at the 38. That one good
for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now Carr. He's got the hook up to Miller. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kendre Miller. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. The point after, good by Groupie. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. On 1st down, Carr. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw, it's Carr. Under pressure, they got him again. Azeez Ojulari. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Giants are going to get the football back. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Here's a 2nd and 5. Duggan looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, and it's 3rd and 5. When you look at the Saints' defense, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7.
7.
I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. Here's Duggan to throw. He finds the rookie, Zay Flowers. And he's brought down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Duggan. And it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw is Duggan. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. There'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. This is why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
Oh. And
you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Gano's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Shotgun now for Carr.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Carr going to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr now to throw. Flush to his right. Able to pick up a 12 yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this 1st quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. They do go for it. It's Carr.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing, Duggan. Short throw.
And it's a fumble.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara.
And Kamara's going to have a Saints first down up to the 47-yard line.
Carr. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Duggan will look to throw this.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 23-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Duggan now to throw.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
And he gets this to Thornton.
A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
And now an audible here into something else.
On third down, Dugan. And that is incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Gano's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
Well, trailing here in the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First, the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Again, it's Miller. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
The Saints at 10-3 on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Throwing his car on third down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 51 yards.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Miller. Powers through. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
And now Carr changing the formation.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters, as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And his kick is right there. It's good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after the field goal, back out his groupie to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
On first down,
Dugan.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Here's 3rd and 7. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
To throw on 3rd down, Dugan.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st and 10, Dugan. And incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Duggan. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got it.
He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll look to throw again. That's to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have the Giants first down by a couple of yards, it would appear, as they're able to convert on 4th and 5.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.